Prince William is planning to flex his muscles and wipe his wayward brother Prince Harry and his power-hungry wife, Meghan, from the history books. The royal drama just hit a whole new level, and this time, it's getting deadly serious. This is Royal Daily Report with the story everyone's talking about. Good evening and welcome to Royal Daily Report, where we bring you unfiltered coverage of the British royal family. I'm your host, and today we're diving into the explosive development that could change everything for Meghan Markle. Prince William is reportedly making moves that could strip her of her royal title permanently. Before we get into this shocking story, make sure to subscribe to Royal Daily Report and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates on this developing situation. Now, let's get into it. Meghan Markle is reportedly in full panic mode after shocking moves from Prince William that could change everything about her status forever. We're talking about titles, reputation, and a major shift inside the royal family that nobody saw coming this fast. Behind palace doors, things are heating up in a way that's impossible to ignore. Insiders are whispering that Prince William is stepping in with a bold plan that could strip Meghan of the very title that's kept her tied to royal life. And Meghan is not taking it lightly at all. The pressure is building, the stakes are sky high, and every move now feels like it could be the final one. And here's where it gets even more intense. This isn't just about titles. It's about power, image, and who really has control over the future of the monarchy. Meghan has spent years building her brand beyond the palace. But if this move goes through, it could flip everything upside down in an instant. Is this the moment everything finally unravels? Or is there a twist coming that nobody expects? One thing's clear. This situation is escalating fast, and the fallout could be huge. It didn't blow up all at once. It slid in quietly, almost unnoticed, like a low whisper drifting through Westminster. Prince William has finally snapped. Enough is enough. He has told friends he will strip Meghan Markle of the HRH title. Reports suggest that King Charles is turning a blind eye, but King William won't. This wasn't messy gossip, not some viral stunt, and definitely not random noise people could laugh off. It felt planned, controlled, and way more serious than the usual chatter people are used to hearing. Before we continue, make sure you're subscribed to Royal Daily Report for more exclusive royal stories like this one. Hit that subscribe button now. Something was moving behind closed doors, slow but steady. And before anyone could dismiss it, that quiet tension turned into something official inside the House of Lords. This wasn't about quick headlines or temporary drama. This was about legacy, image, and who really holds control when things get tense. At first, people thought it was just outside pressure, opinions, critics, the usual public noise. But now, it's shifted into something much deeper and way more intense. The pressure isn't coming from the outside anymore. It's building from within the system itself. Meghan Markle, who still holds the Duchess of Sussex title for now, is suddenly facing a situation where that title might not stick around much longer. And this time, it's not just commentators or online voices speaking. It's the establishment making moves. For the first time in a long while, Prince William is reportedly formulating a plan to finally strip Prince Harry and Meghan Markle of their HRH titles. Figures connected to Britain's aristocratic system are stepping forward with something bold, something direct, and something impossible to ignore. Many are calling this a clear challenge aimed straight at Meghan Markle, and it's not subtle at all. A real petition has officially been introduced in the House of Lords. Not symbolic, not for show, but something serious that's now part of actual parliamentary discussion. This changes everything. The idea of removing her Duchess of Sussex title isn't just something people debate online anymore. It's sitting right there on the table, being talked about in rooms where decisions actually matter. That alone shifts the entire energy of the situation. The situation has flipped in a way nobody expected. And now, what once sounded like a stretch is being taken seriously in powerful circles. Conversations that used to get brushed aside are now front and center, and that shift is hitting Meghan's image hard. There are growing reports that she's continuing to present herself with strong royal ties in public. But at the same time, people are starting to question how long that image can realistically hold up. Reports show she's been using with the compliments of Her Royal Highness. That is a title that was stripped from her when she and Harry left there. Royal duties and moved to the US, the contrast is becoming impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, something else is happening quietly in the background that's raising even more questions. People who were once closely linked to her are reportedly starting to create distance. And it's not going unnoticed. When individuals begin stepping away like that, especially one after another, it sends a message without anyone needing to say a word. Then everything shifts again, and this time it's all about how the public is reacting. The focus is no longer just on titles or internal royal matters. Now it's about reputation, and that's where things start to spiral fast. Online conversations are getting louder, sharper, and way more direct. People aren't holding back their opinions anymore, and the tone has clearly changed. Some critics have even started using the nickname Duchess of Drama. And while it may sound like a throwaway comment, it's catching attention in a big way. Once labels like that start circulating widely, they tend to stick, especially when more people keep repeating them. It turns into something bigger than just a joke. It becomes part of the narrative. If you're finding this analysis fascinating, don't forget to subscribe to Royal Daily Report and hit that notification bell. Then things took an unexpected turn when Meghan appeared on a podcast with Jamie Kern-Lima, a self-made billionaire known for deep, inspiring conversations. The setup looked perfect for something real and emotional, the kind of interview people connect with instantly. But almost right away, viewers started picking up on a strange vibe that didn't sit right at all. During the conversation, Meghan spoke about pressure and personal struggles, even pausing to dab at her eyes as the moment got emotional, or at least that's how it seemed at first glance. But people watching closely noticed something that instantly became a talking point everywhere. Despite the emotional tone, there didn't appear to be visible tears. That small detail quickly turned into a huge discussion online, with many questioning whether the moment was genuine or something more rehearsed. But then came the twist that took things to another level. Older clips of Meghan suddenly started resurfacing, showing her openly talking about being able to cry on cue and bring out tears quickly when needed. That footage didn't stay hidden for long. It spread across platforms at lightning speed, pulling even more attention into the situation. Just when it looked like things might calm down, a new voice jumped into the spotlight, and it pushed the whole conversation even further. Body language expert Scott Rouse stepped in with his take, and people immediately started paying attention. He broke down Meghan's expressions in detail, pointing out repeated, blinking, subtle facial shifts, and hand movements that didn't fully line up with what she was saying. But that wasn't the only moment catching attention. Meghan also shared something personal. She said she writes emails to her children every night, messages they can read when they're older. At first, it sounded heartfelt and thoughtful, but online reactions didn't all go in the same direction. Some people were genuinely moved by the idea, calling it sweet and meaningful. Others, though, started questioning how realistic it really is. Then came the detail that really made people stop and look twice. During the podcast, a gift basket Meghan had given was shown. But what grabbed attention wasn't the gift itself. It was the handwritten note attached to it. The note was signed, Her Royal Highness. And that's where things got people talking. That title isn't supposed to be used in that way anymore, which made the moment stand out right away. This situation has moved way beyond online chatter or viral moments. It's now unfolding at a level that carries real authority and serious implications. A formal motion has reportedly been introduced in Parliament by Lord Simon Lee. And what's really turning heads is the kind of support it's attracting. Figures from both Conservative and Labour sides are backing it. And that kind of cross-party alignment instantly signals this is being treated as something major. The petition itself is being described as something rarely seen, with language that's direct and hard to ignore. It reportedly raises concerns about stepping outside established protocols, using royal status in questionable ways, and even benefiting commercially from a title connected to the crown. Another detail making this even more intense is the private trip to Nigeria involving Meghan and Prince Harry. On the surface, it may have looked like a regular visit, but certain details caught attention quickly. They appeared in formal settings, met with high-level figures, and delivered speeches that, to some observers, carried a tone similar to official royal engagements. Some critics felt that the line between private activity and official representation may not have been clearly maintained. And when it comes to royal titles, that distinction matters a lot. Once those concerns were added into the broader discussion, they gave even more weight to the arguments being made in Parliament. Stay with Royal Daily Report as we continue to monitor this unprecedented situation. At the same time, public opinion is adding serious pressure from another direction. A YouGov poll from May 2025 reportedly showed that a large majority of respondents supported the idea of removing the Duchess of Sussex title. Numbers like that don't just sit quietly, they influence the tone of the entire discussion. There's one moment that keeps getting pulled back into the spotlight, and every time it does, it sparks a fresh wave of reactions. It happened during a major concert event in Los Angeles, where cameras caught Meghan in a candid exchange. In the clip, she's seen laughing and saying, "You know, I'm Sussex now," while chatting with people around her. She even told Mindy Kaling to call her Meghan Sussex. That single interaction didn't stay small for long. It's now being brought up repeatedly by those backing the petition, who say it highlights a broader pattern. Their argument is that the title is being used in a way that feels more relaxed and promotional rather than carrying the level of formality that's traditionally expected. The petition doesn't just stop at questions of image or public messaging. It goes deeper, zeroing in on what critics describe as the commercial use of royal titles. According to those supporting the motion, Meghan and Prince Harry didn't just move into media projects quietly. They built major ventures that were closely tied to the Sussex name. From large streaming deals to widely promoted releases, the branding has stayed front and center the entire time. One example that keeps getting brought into the spotlight is their well-known documentary series. Right from the start, it introduces them using their royal titles, putting that identity at the forefront of the project. Critics argue that this kind of presentation makes it harder to separate personal work from royal association. This is no longer about headlines or online chatter. It's coming straight from the center of British power. And that's why it's hitting so differently. While the monarchy has stayed publicly quiet and the king hasn't stepped in, the House of Lords is making its stance clear, and it's impossible to ignore. Behind closed doors, the pressure is building fast, and the conversations are getting more intense by the day. Insiders suggest that officials are now seriously weighing the long-term consequences of taking such a rare and powerful step. Removing a royal title isn't something that happens casually. It carries history, meaning, and a ripple effect that reaches far beyond one person. If action is actually taken, it won't just affect the present. It could reshape Meghan's entire public identity moving forward. Every appearance, every project, every headline would instantly carry a different tone. The title that once defined her place on the global stage could suddenly disappear, replaced by a completely new narrative. What's making this situation even more intense is just how uncertain the outcome really is. No one seems to agree on where this is heading. Some insiders are saying the motion could lose momentum before anything final happens, while others believe it's picking up speed in a way that will be hard to slow down. At the same time, Meghan's every move is now under a microscope like never before. Every appearance, every statement, every small detail is being watched and analyzed from all angles. People are looking for signals, trying to read between the lines to figure out how she's handling the situation. And then there's the part that's adding even more mystery to everything. The royal family hasn't stepped in publicly at all. That silence is standing out in a big way. Some people see it as a calculated move, a strategy to avoid adding more attention. Others read it as distance, a sign that space is being created on purpose. Right now, everything feels like it's balanced on the edge. The next move, whoever it comes from, could shift the entire direction of the story in an instant. That's what makes this moment so intense. Nothing is fully decided, but nothing feels stable either. And this is where everything stands right now. What started as quiet whispers has turned into a full-scale situation with people watching from every angle. No matter which way this goes, the conversation has already changed in a major way. The way people are looking at Meghan Markle royal titles and what those titles truly mean is not the same anymore. What do you think about everything that's happening? Do you believe this move is justified? Should royal titles come with strict rules no matter the situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you made it this far, make sure you subscribe to Royal Daily Report. Hit that like button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update. This story is far from over, and what happens next could change everything. For Royal Daily Report, I'm your host. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you in the next report. Thank you for watching.